Augusta County is seated at a major pioneer crossroad in the Shenandoah Valley and was one of the primary communities in colonial Virginia. During the Civil War, it was called the breadbasket of the Confederacy because it supplied so much of the South's wheat. Today, it remains one of Virginia's top 10 farm counties.
We're very strong in livestock production. A lot of our crop production is actually to support the livestock production. So we're number one in sales of cattle and calves, for example, number one in sheep and goats in the state. We're number two in dairy and also in poultry. Corn, soybeans, hay, and pasture are our top crops. And again, a lot of that's to support the cattle that we raise, the dairy, the sheep.
We're fairly diverse as a county with dairy and poultry and crops and beef and sheep and lambs and goats and everything else you want to see. And a lot of smaller farms now catering direct to farm to table and other niche markets kind of thing. So I would say Augusta County is a fairly vibrant ag economy.
Augusta County farmers generate 7% of the state's total farm output. With 1,665 farms and more than 290,000 acres of land in production, it's ranked as the 141st largest farm county in the nation. The top farm sector is poultry, particularly turkeys. Almost $173 million in sales comes from raising poultry. Cattle producers bring in another $53 million. Dairy farmers earned $28 million in 2017, but that number has declined significantly because some have left the business due to low milk prices. There's also a thriving nursery and greenhouse business earning $9.3 million each year, and a lot of corn, soybeans, and other livestock feed products generating more than $20 million in farm income each year.
I think the last 10 years you've really seen two separate trends develop. When it comes to commercial agricultural production, and that'd be your more typical production of commodities, you've definitely seen a trend towards a lot of those farms getting bigger. As we've seen some input cost increase, farmers need to have more acres to spread that cost out to make it more cost effective. So you've seen that on the commercial side, but at the same time you've also seen a growth in some of these niche market farms, this smaller agriculture where maybe they only have 10, 20, 30 acres. They're growing some type of vegetable, or they're doing a little bit of direct marketing of meat.
One factor that has allowed agriculture to continue to thrive here is the quick adoption of new technology. Whether it's using robots to milk cows or remote temperature sensors to keep turkeys comfortable, Augusta County producers say modern tools help them continue to make a profit.
There's a lot of technology in those chicken houses behind me that make it easier, make it more productive, and I think our generation, that technology is helping us move into that direction.
We have to learn, what it takes to make a robotic dairy work is to learn to let the cows be cows and let them do their own thing and let them figure it out. They're not on our schedule now. They're on their own schedule. And that's the challenge, or what I found to be the challenge of transitioning to robotics, is you have to train the cows to think for themselves. And that was a big challenge.
The number of farms has actually increased a little in Augusta County, and agricultural sales are up 12%. That's a very positive sign that farming remains a strong part of the county's culture and economy.
Augusta County has the largest 4-H and FFA market animal show. We claim east of the Mississippi of its kind. We have over 300 exhibitors, 600 and some animals in a 3-day show. And the support that comes out from businesses and individuals to purchase those animals at the end of the process, there's $700,000 that goes back into the community to the kids through that process. And you don't find that support in the community, everywhere. And that's what's key about the agriculture in this county.
We have some pretty high land values, especially when you compare us to other parts of the state. So cost of buying new farms is somewhat cost prohibitive, but there are some opportunities out there potentially to start with some rental ground. And as everybody's well aware of, the average age of the farmers continues to go up. So there are opportunities for younger people to get involved there as some other farmers are starting to retire.
With centuries of successful farming under their belts, the producers of Augusta County are confident agriculture will continue to be an essential part of their community in the decades to come. From Augusta County, I'm Dave Miller.